I ate more than my share of a 6-foot party sub last night. So my office was throwing this big celebration party because we landed this huge client that everyone had been working on for months. Well, everyone except me apparently, according to my coworkers. My boss Jake put me in charge of organizing the whole party. I had to order the food, set up the conference room, buy decorations, coordinate with the catering company, and make sure everything was perfect. Spent my entire lunch break running around town picking up supplies. The centerpiece was this massive 6-foot Italian sub from Tony's Deli downtown. Thing was loaded with turkey, ham, salami, all the good stuff. Cost like $200 and was supposed to feed our whole team of 20 people. The party started at 4 p.m. and everyone was super excited. My coworker Lisa walks up to me and goes, "Thanks for ordering the food, I guess that's what assistants are for." I'm not an assistant, by the way. I'm a marketing coordinator, same level as her. Then my teammate Mike starts bragging to everyone about how his presentation skills sealed the deal with the client. Conveniently forgot to mention that I wrote half his presentation and stayed late 3 nights fixing his mistakes. But the real kicker was when our manager stood up to give a toast. He thanked everyone by name for their hard work on the project. Lisa for her research, Mike for his presentations, Sarah for her graphics, even the intern got mentioned. Not me. Not one word about the guy who literally organized the party they were all enjoying. I'm standing there, holding my tiny slice of sub, watching everyone celebrate like I'm invisible. That's when I noticed something interesting. People were being super conservative with the food, taking these pathetic little portions and saying they were watching their weight or whatever. After about an hour, I realized most people had eaten and moved on to just drinking and chatting. The sub was still mostly untouched, just sitting there looking delicious. So I went back for seconds, then thirds, then I kind of lost count. Every time someone made a comment about how I just handled logistics or asked me to clean up plates like I was the janitor, I'd go cut myself another piece of that sub. By the end of the night, I'd probably eaten like a third of the entire thing. Mike walks over and sees me with this huge piece and goes, "Dude, save some for the rest of us." I looked him dead in the eye and said, "Don't worry, I'm just handling the food logistics since that's apparently all I'm good for." The next morning, my boss called me into his office. Apparently, several people had complained that I hogged all the food at the party and that it was unprofessional. Jake said he was disappointed in my behavior and that I should have been more considerate of my colleagues. I pulled out my laptop and showed him the email chain from the client. Turns out they'd sent a thank you message specifically mentioning my outstanding coordination and attention to detail, and how my follow-up emails had convinced them we were the right company to work with. Jake's face went white as he read through messages praising my work that apparently nobody else in the office had seen. The client had sent it directly to me and copied him, but he'd been too busy celebrating to actually read his emails. I told him that maybe next time he should figure out who actually contributed to a project before throwing parties, and maybe people would be more willing to share sandwiches. He apologized and said there'd been a miscommunication about everyone's roles. I said the only miscommunication was people assuming I was just the party planning guy instead of recognizing I'd helped save the account. 2 days later, I got a promotion and a raise. And you know what? At my promotion celebration lunch, I made sure everyone got equal slices of pizza. Well, almost everyone. Mike got the piece with no pepperoni.